right, we are at the top of the hour here. Some people are still joining in. We'll kind of slow roll it to start with, and the meat and potatoes will begin here shortly. But good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. I'm Manny Rosen, and I've been with Golden Care for a bit over 8 years now. I started out in new business and supplies and worked my way through operations and marketing. Last year, stepped into this role of regional director. It's been a journey, and each role has taught me something new about how to better support your agents and make your job easier. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into restoration of benefits, one of the most powerful and honestly underrated features in a short-term care plan. By the end, I think you'll agree, it's a game changer when it comes to value and flexibility for your clients. Before we dive in here, I just wanted to take a moment to highlight everything Golden Care brings to the table for our appointed agents, from our exclusive InstaPivot underwriting tool and personalized underwriting concierge service to the powerful StratDecision quoting platform and our full consumer marketing toolbox that's filled with marketing ideas and compliance-approved social media posts, plus many other value-added benefits. We give you the resources, tech, and support to help grow your business and better serve your clients. Now, you're not in this alone. Jeff Clark brings 27 years of experience and is a wealth of knowledge here at Golden Care. Morgan and I have a combined over 10 years helping agents all over the country. Whether you need product support, help with case design, or just someone to strategize with, we're here for you. Plus, we have a full in-house marketing team that can help you with custom materials, lead campaigns, and more. You've got a team behind you, ready when you are. Give us a call today and go ahead and get contracted so you can have access to all these amazing perks. 800-842-7799, and you see our extensions down there as well. You can email or call us directly. We'd love to hear from you. Now, you might have seen this slide in another one of our presentations, but it really illustrates how short-term care and its name have been given a bad reputation. We argue that short-term care should have a seat at the big boy table, because even though benefits typically last for up to a year, once you include all the benefits for home care and facility for a year each and add the inflation riders when they're available, you could have a $500,000 plan. Factor in restoration of benefits, what we're talking about today, and that can turn it into an over $1 million benefit pool. We'll go over an example where I'll show you the numbers and how to reach that $1 million mark later on, but these plans can last longer than a year. They can have huge benefit pools. Here at Golden Care, we're proud to be Integrity's go-to experts in extended care insurance, offering one of the most complete lineups of top-tier products in the market today. Today, that lineup includes OmniFlex from Manhattan Life, Essential Care from Wellaby, Recover Cash from GTL, Recovery Care from Aetna, Choice Short-Term Care from Cigna, and Vantage Recovery from Bankers Fidelity. And we're not stopping there. We're actively working with multiple carriers to bring even more solutions to the market. So make sure you're signed up for our email updates and don't miss any of the exciting announcements to come. Now, here are all the products, short-term care product state availability maps. You'll notice some familiar states missing: California, Minnesota, New Jersey, Florida, New York. These are states that currently don't allow short-term care plans or don't have a pathway to file them with their departments of insurance. We are constantly working to make changes, especially in Minnesota where we're located. But as you imagine, working with government, it's a slow process, but we're constantly pushing them for more states to offer this valuable protection for your clients in these hard to work in states. And here's a better view all in one spot, every product state availability, easy to read and reference. We're going to send out a copy of this presentation when it's done. We'll also send the slides. This is a great reference piece. You can print it out and keep it on your desk so you quickly know which client you're working in and what state, what's available there. Now, this is what we're going to be talking about today, restoration of benefits. Here's an all-in-one view of the different plans and how the restoration of benefit rider works for each of them in just a short little snippet. You'll see how the different plans are notated and shows the facility portion and home health care portion separately. This is because not all plans work the same and each have their own rules and intricacies. Wellaby has a limited benefit plan as well, but we're not discussing that plan today because it doesn't have the restoration of benefit rider, which is today's topic of discussion. Once we go through each plan in more detail, this slide will make a lot more sense as a quick reference, but where multiple times is listed is what you want to see in a plan. This will allow unlimited restorations until the maximum policy limit almost always 2 times the selected benefit. Now let's talk about the plan-specific restoration of benefit riders and a little plan basics. With Manhattan Life's OmniFlex, it offers fast underwriting, benefits from $50 to $400 a day for facility, and $50 to $300 a day for home care. They have an optional 5% simple inflation rider that inflates both the facility benefit and home care benefit. By policy year 25, the benefit amounts have doubled. This will give you a max facility daily benefit of $800 a day and $600 a day for home care. $800 for facility and $600 for home care. It offers benefit periods of 90, 180, 270, or 360 days. Restoration with OmniFlex is extremely powerful. The policy states that after a period of 180 days in which no care is required and no benefit paid out, your facility care or home health care benefit period restores until you've reached your lifetime maximum shown in your policy schedule. With OmniFlex, you have an unlimited number of restorations until you reach your lifetime maximum benefit or 2 times that selected benefit period. This means that no matter how small the claim is, from a fall, knee surgery, car accident maybe, if you lose control of your ADLs, 2 out of 6 ADLs, and you need assistance no matter for how long, you can make a small claim and feel confident knowing that whatever you don't use benefit-wise, the benefit days, they will restore until the lifetime maximums are met. I'm going to give an in-depth explanation later on to show how powerful this really is with OmniFlex specifically. Now for Wellebe Essential Care Plus is a standard underwritten plan that gives clients the option to select a daily benefit up to $300 a day for up to 360 days of in-home care with a 0 or 20-day elimination period. Clients can also elect up to $500 per day and up to 360 days for a separate nursing facility care rider. There's also an option to add 5% inflation rider to the base home health care benefit and a separate 5% inflation rider to the facility benefits. Restoration of benefits for Wellebe can restore benefits one time if the insured fully recovers from the qualified event and does not need care for 180 days. Wellebe is a one-time restoration. This applies to both the home health care benefits and also the facility benefits. Each have a one-time restoration. This is GTL's Recover Cash product. It's one of the older products. It's been on the market for a while. It's very popular. It includes facility benefits at $50 to $300 per day. Home health care benefits are $50 to $1,400 per week. Plus you get a T-Care $3,500 family caregiver one-time lump sum payment when approved for claim. Also offered is a 5% simple or 5% compound inflation rider, but only on the facility benefits. Restoration here, the restoration of benefits will restore the policyholder's benefits once during the lifetime of the policy when for 6 consecutive months you are not functionally disabled and no longer need any covered care or services. This is once for each the facility and home care benefits. This restoration will also restore the T-Care $3,500 caregiver payment. And there's a $7,000 max on that. So the T-Care $3,500 payment will also restore one time. Now this is the second time we mentioned the one-time restoration benefit. With one-time restoration of benefits, you and your client have to think, is this 10-day claim for a fall, for instance, worth burning a whole 360-day benefit period on? That's why unlimited restoration is so valuable. You shouldn't have to hesitate when you need care. Your client shouldn't have to hesitate when they need care and claim it on their policy and think to themselves, is it worth it? It shouldn't be a gamble to lose benefits or not. When you need care, you should be able to get care now and not have to worry about losing anything that you're paying for. Unlimited is the way to go. Now, Aetna's Recovery Care is another popular plan, been on the market for quite a while as well, right up there with GTL. It offers up to $400 daily max for nursing and assisted living facilities. That's their facility benefit, 90, 180, 270, and 360-day benefit periods. Home care rider, up to $1,200 weekly maximum. This benefit is also in weeks, so this home care benefit like GTL, so the options are 13, 26, or 52 weeks for that. This restoration benefit with Aetna restores the facility and home health care an unlimited number of times until 2 times the benefit period or twice the number of covered days outlined in the policy schedule. This product is a lot like Manhattan Life's OmniFlex as far as restoration, but the benefits are much more robust with OmniFlex. Still, you can restore the benefits an unlimited number of times until you reach your lifetime maximum with this plan. There's no gambling like with a one-time restoration clause. This is also unlimited. Cigna's Choice Short-Term Care Plan has 3 plan designs. They tried to make it simple. Choice 100 is a $100 a day facility and $50 per day home care benefit. Choice 200 is $200 for facility and $100 for home care. Choice 300 is $300 a day for facility and $150 per day for home care. It has benefit periods of 180 or 360 days. It also has an optional home health care boost rider that doubles the daily amounts for home care. That way it makes it match the facility benefit. So Choice 100, you'd have, with the boost on there, you would have 100 for facility and 100 for home care. But the home health care and facility benefits restore once each per policy lifetime. If having care, the policyholder recovers and no longer needs or receives care for a period of at least 180 days. And this is another one-time restoration. So for example, if you have a claim that lasts only 30 days, you will lose the other 330 benefit days when it restores back. It's not like Aetna and OmniFlex with the unlimited. I keep trying to hammer that in. Unlimited restoration is key to these plans and for your clients getting the maximum amount of benefit out of them. Bankers Fidelity Vantage Recovery product. This is a little bit of a different product here. It works a little bit differently. You select daily benefits of between $30 and $300 and benefit periods of 90, 180, 270, or 360 days. This is on a nursing facility confinement chassis that has a home health care rider that allows you to use that benefit pool, the facility benefit pool, for either home care or facility. So you don't have a separate facility and home care benefit pools to choose from with this policy like you will with others. This is also a reimbursement policy. The others were all indemnity. Reimbursement means that you will need to submit receipts and they will pay up to the maximum daily benefit amount depending on actual charges. Restoration works with this plan. Once you go on a claim, whether it's in a facility or in home, and you end up recovering from the hip replacement, let's say, you remain independent and in control of your own ADLs and no claims for 180 days, your benefits will reset one time to the max benefit period. So since you only have one benefit pool you're working with here that can be used for either home care or facility care, once used for either of them, it will only restore one time. Once you go on claim, whether it's at home or in a facility, that benefit will only restore one time to use once again for either facility or home care. With short-term care plans, this is key. There's no 90-day certification required at claim time. We've been talking about these smaller, shorter claims. That means if someone needs help with their ADLs, even for a short time, the claim can be submitted. Our long-term care agents know how big of a deal this is. You really can have your cake and eat it too with these plans. Some common situations that wouldn't trigger a long-term care claim but can be covered by short-term care include things like knee replacements, hip replacements, broken bones from falls or osteoporosis, cardiac events like bypass surgery or valve replacements, even recovery from a car accident can all be short-term care claims. None of those are very likely to be a long-term care claim. So here's an example just to show you how powerful restoration of benefits can be. Let's pretend Betty purchases a really strong OmniFlex plan. No inflation, but she gets $400 a day facility benefit and $300 a day home care benefit. Facility has a 20-day elimination period, but home health care has 0-day elimination, first day coverage. She has the policy in place, so let's see what can happen. Right after her 4th policy anniversary, Betty falls, has a bad fracture, and needs care. Benefit periods available 360 days for both home care and facility, a full year for each. Let's say she needs 35 days to recover at home from the fracture. Now, her daily benefit looks a little off. It's not the full $400 for facility or $300 for home care. It's $360 for facility and $270 for home care. This is because OmniFlex has a 5-year ramp-up period. That's not secret, it's a secret sauce, and that ramp-up does a great job of preventing adverse selection while still offering strong benefits even in earlier years. It allows much more liberal underwriting. It really makes the product super strong. So for this event, Betty's policy hasn't fully matured. That's why the numbers look a little lower. But the policy pays immediately, all 35 days, since she has 0-day elimination for home care. That's first day coverage, so it's going to pay 35 days at $270 per day. That's $9,450. After that, from the original 360 days, she still has 360 facility days left and 325 home care days remaining. And that's without taking restoration into account. She gets better, goes off claim, back to work, whatever the case may be. Now the 180-day clock for restoration of benefits starts ticking. She has to be healthy and out of claim for 180 days. So if Betty needs more care from that fall or something new happens before the 180 days pass, it's considered part of the same benefit period. She'd have those remaining days, 360 for facility, 325 for home care, because the clock didn't hit 180. But for this next example, Betty's been healthy well over 180 days, hasn't needed any care until 2 years later, poor Betty has a stroke. Now, for time's sake, we're rough on poor Betty in this example, but I want to stress something. Many of your clients with OmniFlex or other short-term care products will have small, short claims. A knee replacement here, a short recovery from a surgery a couple years later, maybe another event after that. That's the beauty of short-term care. It steps in for those short-term needs. And with Aetna and OmniFlex short-term care plans, the benefits restore every time up to the max of 2 full benefit periods. So there's still excellent protection when a long claim hits later on. And remember, this isn't long-term care. There's no 90-day certification required. With short-term care, you just need 2 of 6 ADLs or cognitive impairment. That's it. No 90-day requirement at claim time. All right, let's get back to Betty here. So now poor Betty has that stroke 2 years later. She's sitting with 360 days for facility and 360 days for home care. Why? Because those 35 days of home care were restored. Plus, she still has 325 days in the restoration reserve for home care and a full 360-day facility restoration reserve. But this stroke hit her hard. She needs 42 days of facility care to recover, then 195 days at home. Her plan has now fully matured, 5th policy year, so she's getting $400 per day for facility and $300 per day for home care. These are indemnity benefits. That means it pays the full amount regardless of what was billed as long as care is provided. She gets 22 days of facility covered. Why not 42? Because there's that 20-day elimination period we added on the plan. We do always recommend 0-day elimination. It's much more affordable with short-term care plans than with long-term care, but we did add that 20-day elimination on. But home care in this example still has first day coverage, so all 195 days are paid. $67,300 for this one claim alone. Now Betty's sitting there with $76,750 total already paid in benefits and still has plenty of days left. 338 for facility and 165 for home care, not even including what's sitting in the restoration reserve. But poor Betty. Just 15 days later, she thinks everything is great, and then trips and hurts herself again. She needs help right away. So what happens? Since it hasn't been 180 days since her last claim, this is considered the same benefit period. You'll notice those 338 and 165 days are still available. That's why, same benefit period. And she's still got restoration left in the background. 325 home care days in the reserve. She's still got a strong, robust plan. We've gotten used to caring for her at home now, so she receives 141 days of home care. And this time she's feeling good about the full recovery. She's strong and got paid 141 days at $300 a day, no matter what the actual costs were. That's $42,300 for this claim alone. And she's still not done. She's still got 338 days left for facility care and 24 days left for home care in this current benefit period. That's not counting the restoration reserve. So she's now received over $119,000 in benefits with plenty of coverage left. And again, 180-day clock starts once she's healthy and off claim. Betty rallies. She's a trooper. She gets better and stays healthy for quite a while, a couple years, then another stroke hits, a bad one. And this time she's sitting there with 325 days remaining for home care because remember, she was down to 24 days left. So if you add the 24 days to the 325 she had left for restoration, she's sitting there now with 349 home health care days left in her plan. She hit the maximum restoration, 2 times what her benefit was. And then she still has 360 days remaining for facility with a lot of restoration still available there since she hasn't been in a facility that much. But this stroke is serious. She gets home care for 9 months, then spends her final 311 days in a facility. Again, extreme example here. Full coverage. She gets 291 days covered in the facility after the 20-day elimination period. She gets 278 days for home care before she went into the facility. This claim alone pays $199,800, and she still has more left. Sadly, Betty passes away in the facility in this example. She still has 69 more days left available, but didn't use them. This just shows how flexible and how powerful this coverage is. Overall, Betty received $318,000 from this OmniFlex short-term care plan using restoration of benefits. Now think about this. If she had one long claim, 1 year at home, 1 year in a facility, she would have received $252,000 in benefits. And if she recovered from that and restored it and then had another claim, that's over $500,000 in coverage. And we didn't even include the smaller claims that would have triggered more restoration over time to use up all the remaining little days that she had. You want to know something cool? That's a powerful plan, and that's with no inflation. If Betty had bought this at 55, it's under $100 per month for that kind of coverage. $318,000 in claims and the potential for $504,000 with full restoration. For under $100 a month, take my money. Even at age 65, a lot of these Medicare folks, just over $200 a month for a really solid plan. Now here's where we show you the full potential of the OmniFlex. This plan really does pack a punch. This is where you'll see what we call the $1 million plan that can go head to head with traditional long-term care. OmniFlex is unbelievable. So let's start with the facility benefits. I'm going to be working my way across the top, and the first box is up top for facility, then going into home care, and then going into the combined benefit amounts. So starting with the facility benefits at $400 per day, it's $12,000 per month, or $144,000 for the full 360-day benefit period. And that's just for facility care. Add restoration of benefits and it doubles up to $288,000 across multiple claims. Now add an inflation rider. After 20 years of growth, not including the ramp up time of 5 years, those facility benefits effectively double. That's over $500,000 in facility coverage alone. Now let's look at the home health care side. This is the second box. At $300 per day, that's $9,000 per month, or $108,000 for the full 360-day benefit. Add restoration, that's $216,000. With inflation, just like facility care, those benefits double after 20 years, and you'll see that in the light blue row at $432,000. Now, when you put it all together, that's how OmniFlex works. It has the home health care and facility benefits all in one plan. A full claim, 1 year at home, 1 year in a facility, adds up to $252,000. And if you recover, let's say from a major stroke that puts you there, your benefits restore after 180 days. If something happens again, you can claim it all over again for a total of $504,000. And once you factor in the inflation, that same first claim becomes $288,000 in facility benefits, $216,000 in home health care for a total of $504,000. Then when the policy restores, it's ready to pay those same amounts again for a total payout of over $1 million. That's how a fully loaded OmniFlex plan works with inflation. It can grow to $1 million policy, and how powerful it really is. How much does something like this cost? Plan without inflation only costs someone age 55 in Iowa $90.98 per month, less than $100 per month. For the $1 million fully loaded OmniFlex plan with the 5% simple inflation rider that doubles the benefit after 25 years, 5 years for ramp up, and then 20 years at 5% simple growth, this plan will only cost someone at age 55 in Iowa $163.02 per month. These rates will apply to all the ICC states and are the most common. There are some outlier states that will have some slightly different premiums, some more, some less, but they're all still very, very affordable. So to put restoration of benefits simply, you go and claim and receive your care after a qualifying health event. You then recover from that and no longer need care or services and have regained your ADLs. You're healthy for a period, typically 180 days while not receiving care. That's when your benefits restore back to maximum levels, never to be more than 2 times the benefit period. Essentially, restoration of benefits acts like a safety net. When you use your short-term care benefits, but then recover, say for small claims like falls and fractures, the restoration feature allows you to replenish your coverage for future unexpected health events. This can be particularly beneficial if the plan includes the unlimited number of restorations until you reach that 2-time maximum limit. If you only have that one restoration, your clients might not want to burn it on a 10-day claim. That's why we always advise OmniFlex or Aetna that have that unlimited restoration of benefit length. So much more powerful. The restoration of benefits, I just want to stress this one more time. With long-term care, your claims need to last 90 days, at least 90 days. With short-term care, you don't have that requirement. So you will have, your clients will have a lot of little small claims that they can use and could get benefits for, and then know their plan will restore. All right, before we wrap up, let me check here if we have any questions. The T caregiver payment automatically included in the recovery plans, or was it a rider? I have a client on claim, but they did not apply for the one-time caregiver payment. I believe it is optional. You can choose not to add it in there. I can definitely check on that for you, Darlene, and get back to you. Regarding OmniFlex claims experiences, so we haven't really had any issue with OmniFlex claims experiences as far as prescription drug claims. Those have been going through without a problem. They have a very simple physician certification form when you're ready to go on home care or facility care claims. We haven't had any issues as of yet with the claims process. What is the average claim duration for home health care and facility care? What is the range of money paid out in claims to date with OmniFlex? Mark, I'm gonna have to get back to you with that one. I don't have those numbers right here in front of me. Let's see, to clarify, with restoration, a person can receive 3 benefit periods. So I wouldn't say 3 benefit periods. They can, yeah, I guess you'd say 3 benefit periods as long as they don't last longer than 2 times your selected benefit period. So if you have a 360-day benefit period, it cannot last longer than 720 days total. You have a maximum of 2 times that it will restore. It can be 6 claims, 6 benefit periods if they all last less than that 720. All right, it looks like that is all we have for questions. I wanted to thank you again for spending time with me today. At Golden Care, our goal is simple: to make your job easier and help you succeed. That's why our appointed agents get access to a full suite of exclusive tools and support, starting with our industry-leading InstaPivot tool. It lets you compare short-term care underwriting options instantly. You'll also have access to StrataCision, our long-term care, short-term care, and hybrid comparison platform, plus our powerful decline placement program to help you protect hard-earned client relationships. We provide a full consumer marketing toolbox with downloadable presentations, infographics, mailers, and sales materials, all compliance approved, which is hard these days, and client ready. Our underwriting concierge service is there to guide you every step of the way, from pre-screening to appealing tough decisions. And don't forget about the WOW Showcase video series, our extended care planning guide, and the short-term care agent playbook, all designed to make you more confident, efficient, and successful. If you're not already appointed or if you have questions, let's connect. You've got a full team here behind you, marketing, underwriting, regional directors, all here to help. Give us a call today, 800-842-7799. And I really appreciate everybody joining me today, and I look forward to working with you soon. Thank you.
Golden Care is looking forward to serving you with new tools, new products, new innovations, and always the best support in the business to help you succeed in 2022. So give us a call at 800-842-7799 or check out our website at www.goldencareagent.com.